It's called Turning the Table.
Turning the Table. Turning the Table podcast.
Turning the Table podcast.
Turning the Table podcast.
I let my tape rock to my tape pop. Now I'm in the limelight, cause I was all a dream. Never thought that hip hop, never thought that hip hop, never thought that hip hop. Take it this I let my tape rock.
Hey yo, this Rolling Stone article is exactly the reason why I have been so vocal and passionate about non-hip hop platforms speaking on and judging hip hop like they know who we are, what they're talking about. For an example, the Grammys Hip Hop Awards category. When the Grammys come out with the Hip Hop Awards, we value that in hip hop like we know who the judges are, like we know who the people are that is picking the winners, outside of the fact that we know a lot of these category winners, it is being purchased by the record labels. But even if we didn't think that, who is saying that this person deserves Album of the Year? We have no idea. Now look at who just wrote this, the Rolling Stone, a magazine website that is named after a rock group from the early 1960s. This has nothing to do with hip hop, but when this list comes out, it shakes the world. Now look at who wrote this. The names. This is written by Charles Aaron, whoever this is, John Dolan, Will Dukes, Joe. None of these names mean anything in the hip hop world. It doesn't. It means nothing in the hip hop world. And if you look at it, imagine if this was written by Sean Combs and Sean Carter and Dr. Dre, Ice Cube, Leo Cohen, Rick Rubin, Kevin Liles. Y'all get where I'm going? Do you get where I'm going? This would mean so much more if we value the names behind the creators of the article. It would be like when the NBA came out with their list and said, this is the 75 best players that ever played the game. Nobody is judging or devaluing the opinions of the people who said this is the best players in the NBA because it came from the NBA. This list came from a rock group. Now, I have not looked at this list yet, but what I do know is I have seen that CNN War Report is number 187 on the list. Am I mad at that? Depends on what's ahead of it. But then I also know that Cardi B is number like 15 or 16 on the list. And I just don't see how anybody that really is in tune with hip hop can put Cardi B album 171 placements ahead of CNN War Report. That is insane. And when you look at what they said in this article, I did read this section of it and how they decided to come up with the placements and all of that. They say right here, the result was a list that touches on every important moment in the hip hop genre evolution. How important was Cardi B album versus the War Report? And it's crazy that I'm even judging these two albums, man. They shouldn't even be on a list together. This is crazy. Now, yo, the top 200, that's way too many albums, yo. Why are we judging 200 albums? That's like everybody just get a participation trophy. You get on the list. You get a trophy. You get a trophy. They on their Oprah with putting people on their list. The list should be saved for the elite. It should be saved for the classic, the things that are memorable, things that got crazy replay value. No one that is in tune with hip hop is going to tell me that Cardi B album has more replay value than CNN War Report. And that's been being played for like 20 years at this point. So I'm not even going to play that game with them, man. We're not looking at the whole 200. I am going straight to 25. We're going to 25. We're going to start there and we're going to see what they talking about. We ain't playing with the whole 200. That's stupid. At 25, they got the Eminem Marshall's LP. I'm not mad at that. Classic album. It should be on the top list. It definitely should be on the top list. Nas Illmatic is 24. If Nas Illmatic is 24, what the hell is ahead of this? We already know Cardi B is ahead of this. Cardi B is ahead of Illmatic because it had a bigger impact to the evolution of hip hop. Are you kidding me? Do you know how I get killed just by saying I believe Reasonable Doubt is better than Illmatic? I get killed by saying that It Was Written is better than Illmatic. And they got, man, are you kidding me? Okay, number 23, UGK Riding Dirty. I'm gonna be honest with you, it's not in my list, but I know what it means to hip hop, so I'm gonna respect it there. DMX is dark and hell is hot. There's no way this isn't top 10. There's no way this isn't top 10. They bugging. They bugging. It's on the top 25. We're going to give them some credit for that, but it's bugging. They bugging. What the? Look, Lil Wayne, The Drought 3, 2007. Isn't this a mixtape? Is this an album? What? Future, no Future is in the top 20. I don't care what nobody say. Lil Kim Hardcore, respectfully. I even respect the placement. 19 for Lil Kim Hardcore. That could work for me. I don't remember where I had it on my list, but that could work for me. Mad Villain, not familiar. Let me know in the comments, should I check that out? Kanye West Yeezus. I'm not the biggest Kanye West fan, so we just gonna go by that one. Cardi B, let's see what they got to say about Cardi B. Why is this on the list? Cardi B built a reputation as loving hip hop, most beloved. So yeah, let's put her on the list. Let's put her on the list. It says it coalesces into a full, unflinching portrait with songs like Best Life and the mega smash I Like It. What is The Portrait? That was an album of them just putting together top 40 songs. What is The Portrait for that album? They wildin'. Eric B and Rakim Paid in Full definitely should be on the list. You know what I mean? Made a big impact in hip hop a little bit before my time, but I respect it. Ghostface Killer, Supreme Clientele. Yo, I like Iron Man better, but I ain't gonna argue with you on there. Some of us definitely other albums that should be here, but you know, Dr. Dre 2001. I feel like The Chronic should be here, not Dr. Dre 2001, but I'ma respect it because this album was fire. This album do bang straight through. Clips, Lord willing, huge Clips fan. Pusha T. Got the album of the year so far for me right now. But yo, number 12. Drake, Take Care. Number 11. Yo, we got Drake, Take Care. One from the top 10 in hip hop albums of all time. This is crazy. What do they say about it? Drake has already turned the genre's masculine facade on his head by freely crooning alongside his verses. And what? Drake has made the hip-hop community feminine. He has turned men into women. That's how you judge the album. Okay, who wrote this article? Lauryn Hill. The Miseducation of Lauryn Hill. Yo, I'm going to be honest with you. I respect this album. I believe this album is overhyped, though, man. This album is overhyped. Top 10. I don't know if it's top 10, but I do respect it on the list for the impact it had. A Tribe Called Quest, The Low End Theory. This album is classic. Never going to complain if this is placed on the list, let alone top 10. Into the Wu-Tang. Yo, this album is definitely top 10. Definitely a top 10. Not mad about it. They didn't get this wrong on here. They didn't get this one wrong. I'm like, they didn't get that one wrong. It could go her. Missy Elliott. Yo, check this out, right? I respect Missy. It just wasn't what I was listening to. I respect Missy. I love some of her songs, but when it came to playing Missy albums, yo, it was not what I was pulling up to graduation, school, prom. I just wasn't listening to Missy. So we going to respect it and move on. Kanye, My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. Now, this is where I have a problem because looking at this list, I'm like, all right, maybe they did their list like I did mine, where we was only letting one artist get an entry just to show love to everybody else. One artist got an entry, but we already at 2 Kanye albums. So we done been through the top 25 and we got 2 Kanye albums. We don't got one Jay album. We only got one Nas. We don't got one Biggie album. And we talking about from the top 25. Yo, are we kidding? Yo, what? What? Kendrick Lamar, The Pimp a Butterfly. Good Kid, Mad City was better. Say it ain't so. Good Kid, Mad City was better, and we got this top 5. We got this better than any DMX album. Top 5. DMX, are you kidding? We got this top 5. Where's Good Kid, Mad City then on this list, yo? Public Enemy, It Takes a Nation, yo. The impact and the impact for Good Kid, Mad City was way stronger than To Pimp a Butterfly. What are we talking about? Public Enemy, yo, the impact for this was crazy. Again, a little bit before my time, but I'm familiar and I respect it. I know the impact that this had. So, yeah, I mean, but top 4? Woo! Top 4. Wow. Jay-Z, The Blueprint. Yo, this album is insane. But is it Jay-Z's best album? Not even close. I love this album. It's a banger straight through. Straight through. Definitely could be on the top hip-hop list. But number 3? Number 3? Yo, this shit good. Yo, what? Number 2, Outkast, Stank On Ya. Outkast, Stank On Ya, man. They had so many other albums that should have been ahead of this. Aquemini, yo, that album is fire. We're going to put Stank On Ya before Aquemini. I feel like that is tragic. And then Outkast, Southern Playalistic, Cadillac Music. That album to me is insane. The impact that it had. We know the South is in the building. Yeah, I mean, we know, yo, when they went on the Source Awards claiming their respect, that was for that. Yo, you got to give them their respect. Yo, give that. What do we have as number 1? The Notorious B.I.G. Ready to Die. I got a problem with this. I know y'all probably like, yo, Not Diesel. No, Not Diesel got a problem with Biggie being number 1. I do got a problem with this, yo, because I feel like Life After Death is a better album than Ready to Die. Ready to Die is classic, and I'm never going to complain about it being on the top list. Could be in your top 5. Definitely could be in, should be in your top 10. But Life After Death is better than this. He gave us a double CD, 2 albums. It's told the whole story. Both albums had a different vibe to it. From the interludes to everything, it banged straight through. Every song could be a single pretty much on here, yo. They wildin'. If that song came out today, I mean, if that Life After Death came out today, that album would chart so crazy because every song, especially with streaming, man, every song would be on the playlist. It's one of those. This album, impact in hip-hop, it started Biggie's career. This album is a story from the beginning to end. I would relate it to the way Illmatic had a story to it. It give you that kind of feel, Reasonable Doubt story, but I would keep it closer to Illmatic, you know what I mean, with that feel. But yeah, yo, number 1, the top 25 is trash. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's so many other albums I feel like should be in here. And the people who names is attached to this, those people that I had at the beginning of this article, let's go back and revisit them because they need to get all the credit for this. Charles Aaron and Jeff Ahaza and Mozzie Reeves, man, I wouldn't even let them put my name on this. I don't care if I only put in 1 entry and I'm not putting, y'all not putting my name on this. Y'all not putting my name on this. Missy on here again. Tyler, LL Cool J, I forgot. They don't got no LL Cool J in the top 25, but they got some of, what are we talking about? Genius, Liquid Sword. That's at 44. I'm not mad. I love that album, though. I do love that album. What else we got on here, yo? Let's see what number 100 is, just for shits and giggles, man. Let's see what number 100 is. Number 100, Run DMC, The Carter 2. Clips, they on here twice, and I only seen 1 J on here so far. Yo, come on, man. I'm over this shit, yo. This list trash. Y'all know it's trash. Y'all want to see a real hip-hop list, go on my page, look a couple videos down. You're going to see my top 25. The comments been crazy on there. Let me know what you'll take off my list, what you'll put on there. We only got 1 artist per entry, you know what I mean? You don't get to put multiple albums on my list, at least not that one. With all that, I'm your boy Diesel, man.